has a rectangle. Lines of symmetry just means how many times can you fold the shape evenly. So for a square, it's got 4 even sides, you can fold it 4 times. A rectangle has 2 sides the same, the top and the bottom, and the 2 sides left and right are the same. We fold it down the middle and across the middle there are 2 lines of symmetry. We cannot fold from corner to corner like in a square, so it only has 2 lines of symmetry. Question 2. 0.8 of 12 euro. So let's change 0.8 into a fraction. That's the same as 8 tenths. And when you use the rule, basic rule, divide by the bottom, multiply by the top, it'll work for the sum. We'll put in our 0.00 to make it easier to divide by 10. So 12 euro divided by the bottom, multiply the top, divided by 10 first of all. We have all the numbers one place to the right, leave the decimal point where it is. We're left with 120. Multiply that by 8 and your answer is €9.60. Question 3. If you toss a coin, you have one of 2 chances of turning up heads, half the chances. What fraction of the chances have you of turning up tails? Well, there are 2 sides to a coin. Let's start again. One of 2 chances of turning up heads, which is half the chances. What fraction of the chances have you of turning up tails? Well, there are 2 sides on a coin. On one side you have heads, on one side you have tails. If you have half the chance of turning up heads, you also have to have half the chances of turning up tails. So your answer is half the chances, a 1 in 2 chance. Number 4. What is the cost of 200 ml of rose water at 75 cents per 50 ml? 75 cents equals 50 ml. How many 50 ml will fit inside a 200 ml bottle? Well, 50 ml fits into 100 ml twice, into 150 ml 3 times, into 200 ml 4 times. So you can get 4 50 ml into 200 ml. So we multiply 75 cents by 4 and we find out that €3 will be the cost of 200 ml of rose water. Question 5. Barbara had €150 going on holidays to her cousin's house. She spent an average of €12 per day, and she still had €30 left for returning home. How many days had she been on holidays? So she had €150 first of all, and we take away the €30 she had left when she was coming home. So 150 take away the €30 means that altogether she spent €120 on her holiday. Now, she spent an average of €12 per day. Okay, so we divide €120 by 12, and that'll work out how many days she spent on the holiday. Well, 12 doesn't fit into 1. 12 into 12 goes once. 12 into 0 doesn't go. So she spent 10 days on her holiday and spent an average of €12 per day. Question 6. The diameter of a 10-cent coin is what? The diameter of a 10-cent coin. Is it 15 millimeters, 2 centimeters, or 25 millimeters in width? Cent coin is blank. So the options we have here are 15 millimeters, 2 centimeters, 25 millimeters, or 3 centimeters. Now you really need a 10-cent coin for this and a ruler, or you could have a replica of a 10-cent coin or a picture of the exact size of a 10-cent coin. So you put your 10-cent coin down here, and the diameter is from one edge of from one side of the coin to the other, but it must go through the middle. So the diameter is twice the radius, and here you can see with the ruler from 0 from our starting point to the other side through the middle is exactly 2 centimeters. So the diameter of a 10-cent coin is 2 centimeters. Question 7. A rugby match which lasts 80 minutes started at 2:15 p.m. If half time lasted 8 minutes and there were 7 minutes added on for stoppages, at what time did the match finish? Well, the match wasn't just 80 minutes, so we should add on the 8 minutes for stoppages. So of the 8 minutes for half time, that brings up to 88, and the 7 minutes for stoppages. So that's a total of 95 minutes altogether, rather than our 80 minutes for the game. So we'll add 95 minutes onto the starting time 2:15. Now, 95 minutes, we should break that down first of all. 95 minutes we can't add because there are only 60 minutes in an hour. So 60 minutes, take it away from 90 minutes, 95, and we're left with 1 hour, and we're left with 35 minutes over. So we must add 1 hour 35 onto 2:15. So 2:15, if we add the hour, we bring it up to 3:15. That's plus 1 hour. And now we can add our 35 minutes onto the 15, and that brings it up to 3:50. So the game finished at 3:50 p.m. Question 8. What is the width of a rectangle which has an area of 90 centimeters squared and is 15 centimeters long? Okay, so again, we had a question like this in the previous test. To work out the area of a rectangle, we multiply the length by the width. In this case, we know that the length is 15 centimeters. It's not one of our tables, so when you divide 90 centimeters by 15, you could do it as long division, or you could just count up in 15s, and you realize simply enough that there are only 6 15s in 90 centimeters. So our answer is 6 centimeters for the width of that rectangle. Number 9, 1% equals. So 1% equals lots of different options here. Is 1% the same as 1.0? It's the same as 0.1? It's the same as 0.01? Or is the same as 0.001? What is 1% the same as? Well, the maximum percent you can have is 100%. 1% is the same as 1/10. Okay, and 1/10 we know as a fraction is the same as 0.1 decimal. So 1% is the same as 0.1. Number 10, how many milliliters are there in 3/4 of a litre? There are 1,000 milliliters in a litre. In 1/4 of a litre, there are 250 mils. 1/4 of a litre. So in 3 of those, multiply that by 3, and there are 750 mils in 3/4 of a litre.